Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Just to begin with here, how cool, one, is that house just poking out of the fog there on top of the trees? Amazing little view there. Secondly, how cool do these houses look when they've got a tree line behind them? I mean, look at that. That looks really full and complete. This part, apart from the missing areas, because there's no trees behind it, it makes these buildings look a little bit incomplete, I think, is sort of the best word for it. Now, I know I said a few episodes back, I'll put some trees down off camera. I haven't had a chance to yet, or, well, no, I have. I've just been lazy. But expect off camera for me to put a bunch of trees down all the way along this mountain edge. So if you start seeing, like, huge clumps of trees appearing, you haven't missed an episode. It's just, I hope you haven't missed an episode. It's just that I've done them off camera here, because I'm not going to spend an entire, like, 3 episodes planting trees. That would be dull as, but I really like how it looks, so I want to get it done, like, sooner rather than later. Now, on Twitter, I got sent an image by a person called Sebstar 5000, and he sent an image through of a skyscraper. And as soon as I saw this image, I get a lot of images sent through Twitter and Facebook, and if you do get any, then send them my way. My social links are in the description down below. And some images that I get sent just don't really, or wouldn't really work in Minecraft for the reason of shape or design or whatever. Or I just don't like them, to be honest. But this one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes, I really like this image. I'll try and remember to put it up on screen for you guys. But if I do forget, then I apologize. But it's a really nice shaped one. So as soon as I saw the image, I loaded up my overviewer version of the world. You know, that image, that map image that we see where it looks down and we can see the whole world at once. I use it for the world tours a lot. You guys see it on the world tour videos a lot. And I looked for a plot, a piece of land that is big enough for a skyscraper and close enough to the center, because obviously all of our skyscrapers are in the center of the city, and as we go out of the city, the buildings sort of get lower and lower, like a pyramid. Like, this is the most what would you call it, developed area of the city, and I found this one. Now, it's not a huge lot. I think it's a little bit smaller than that, but I don't know, it should be big enough. I'm sure it should be big enough for what we need. So the color scheme on this has like a black, white and red overall color scheme. Now, I was just looking through some of the blocks here for the colors, and I like these two, because if you go with the black, let's take the black part of the skyscraper, right? Stone we can't use because it's the road and it would just look weird up the side of a building, right? The black wool here is just too dark. It's too black. These stone bricks obviously just wouldn't be dark enough. I like cyan clay because it's got a really smooth texture. But I also like grey wool because it's a little bit darker. The only problem is it does have that wool texture, and I really don't like that. So I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to use cyan stained clay there. It's a nice sort of dark grey. The white, obviously, we're going to use snow, and then the red, we'll use red stained clay. Now, I'm not going to build an exact replica. We never build an exact replica of the building. We're going to take parts that we like. Things like the back side I don't have an image of. Where is this building anyway? It's the I can't remember. I'll put it on screen for you guys. I'll put it on screen of what this building is and where it's located. It's somewhere in the UK, though. I remember reading it. So let's go down at the bottom. Now, I can't really see the very bottom of the building, and obviously I can only see like the front and the right hand side of it. So we're going to have to somewhat make up the rest of it, but that's going to be the fun part, right? I'm not going to count out any blocks. We're just going to do a rough blueprint, and then we'll start putting the windows in. And when we put the windows in, we'll be able to adjust the sizes from there. So looking at the parts that go up, if you like, itself, it sort of comes in here, and then it comes out, and then it comes in. Oh yeah, this should be a big enough plot, I'm sure. And it sort of comes this way. We roughly have a red bit going up there and there. I think that should be big enough. We'll zoom out in a bit and find out. And then this is the back, which we don't know yet, so let's ignore that. And then over here, it comes out just a little bit, so we're going to have to shove this skyscraper back just a smidge so I get it away from this lamppost that's so close to the wall. That's a little bit long, but we might extend parts of it. Now, this is all up to us now. To join that up to there is going to be completely our own our own imagination. But we do want to try and think of where the tops of these are going to be. So, for example, when it goes out, we're going to want it to sort of be its own top. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit, but then I'm going to bring it back out. So that's going to be sort of like its own rectangle. And if you imagine this building as a bunch of rectangles, it might be a little bit easier to sort of build along with me, or trying to envision of where this building's going to end up. So if we do it like that, we've got one sort of square shape here, one sort of square shape there, and then a smaller rectangle there. Okay? And that should be about right. Now, let's move this back a little bit so we get out of the way. Oh, in fact, let's find out where the windows are going to go first. And then we can move it back. So, on the image itself, on this portion of the building, it only has these sort of holes, if you like. I don't know if it's all glass or what. But it only has sort of holes going up the right-hand side. And I sort of like that. Now, on the image, they also look like they're going to be 1x1 holes. But for the sake of our sort of scale in the city, we're going to do 1 wide and 2 high. There's going to be one there. They also have like white slits between them. We can do that, but we'll use carpet, I think, for that at a later date. Okay, it comes around here. And then we go into another part where it has, on the image, 2 windows. And then a sort of middle section. And then it has 2 windows again. But we can't do that. We're going to do... I mean, I probably could squeeze it. Should we squeeze it out? Like, if I grab the wand. And we go from there to there. We'll remove these red ones for the moment. And let's cut. And let's move it. What is it? Was it like about 3 blocks I needed? Something like that. So it was 1, 2, the middle one. 1, 2. 1, 2, middle one. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, cool. And then if we cut that back again. Oops. No. Undo. A panic time. I just need to move this back in by 1. Cut. Paste. Okay. So I think I'm pretty happy with that part. On the side here, there was no windows. And on the front here, it's all grey at the bottom, but then some of them break out into white higher up. But these have, let's say 4 windows. Okay, so it has 4 windows, and then it goes into this sort of side section, and I would really like to get that in. Let's remove this line here. So it has 4, and then it has this sort of sunken back, well we're going to do it sunken back here, all the way up, and then this is going to be the edge. Now I think I want to do it like that. Okay, and then the red bits go up here. Let's put the red bits in now as well. I can't see where the middle is. If we go 3 blocks in there, 3 blocks in there, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. I think that'll be good. I think 1 block wide should be enough. So we'll have 1 there and 1 there. And at the middle here, it would be really cool if we break that down. We move these reds in by 1, and we have it sort of sunken back as well there. That would be really cool. And then the back again is now up to us. Well, I think it's a smart thing to probably match the 4 windows with the back, right? And then what do we have here? We've got a gap. Let's bring this out. We'll change the shape up a little bit. And then down there. And we'll have no windows along there like we have on the other side. On the images, like, it doesn't look like they have any windows here. I'm sure they're just a sheet of glass. I mean, how would I put windows in this? There and there? Is that how I would do it? Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. So it's a little bit different from the image. Okay, and then on the back side here, I think it's probably a smart idea to go window, 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 window. We'll have 3, perfect. Along there, no windows down there. And then here, window, 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 window. Oh, perfect. The maths is lining up. Let's have no windows down. Yeah, let's have windows down this one. We'll have 1 there, 1 there. No, how about just 1 on the right, like how there is on the front there. No windows on that bit. And then how does this work out? Not quite perfectly. Be there and there. You know, do we do like a red thing on this side like we had on the other side? Like, do I take that one and that one out, and I put a red one in there and there? So that's 3 blocks on that one. 2 blocks on this side. Unless I do that, I'll make it a 4 on this side. Alright, we'll go with that. How do we like this as a blueprint, as a floor print? Now, things that we've got to remember is the smaller the base, the shorter the building can be, because if you make a small base and it's really tall, it'll look really unstable, really wobbly. Now, this doesn't look immensely huge. I'm sort of tempted to... Let's pull it out away from this lamppost first, and then we'll get it as close to that staircase as we can. So we'll go from that one, and we'll go over here. We'll make sure we get all of the red. I think I might have missed off that red over there. It doesn't matter. There. And let's cut 1, 2, 3, let's say. So I should be nicely out of the way of the lamppost now. I'm sort of tempted to bring it back by 1. If I went, where was I even standing? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? That one to this one. Cut. Let's bring it back by 1. Paste. Put those back in front of them. Okay, so it's nicely away from that. And then how much room do I have on this side? Now, I need to stop it before here. I reckon I can bring that out a little bit. Don't you? Like, we'll go from there to here. Cut. And let's say, let's go to there. Now, how much did I gain from that? I gained quite a lot. So the red doesn't need to be this big anymore. We can bring the red down to that size. That'll give us another window in there and in there. And then on this side, we could probably squeeze out another window or 2. What if we done it like... Oh yeah, that's that funny edged one, isn't it? If I put a window at the beginning and at the end. Or if I put 2 windows on one side and 1 window on the other. We'll go with that. Okay, I think that's much better now. It's much bigger. I think we can go a little bit taller with this now. So, do we now work out where each part is going to go up to? I think that's probably a good idea. Let's start off on the right-hand side here. The shortest portion, this is. We'll use the very corner, and it's all black. So we'll go up with all black here. Or grey, we should say. And this is going to be the shortest point of where it stops. That's nowhere near tall enough. You always forget how tall these buildings actually, these skyscrapers actually are. Remember, this is the shortest part. Man, that looks cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. So that's the shortest one. And then halfway, basically halfway between that point and that point, it goes up again. So I think for me, I'm going to use like pink blocks. I'll use or some sort of wool block. Yellow we'll use then. As just a placeholder block, just so I know what isn't supposed to be there. Anything yellow will need to be gotten rid of eventually. And we'll go up this side now. And this is going to be about tied second place. So we go all the way up. It doesn't need to be a great deal taller. I'm thinking something like that much taller would be good. And we now want halfway between there and there. So let's use yellow above there. Like that. And then we'll use, I think, grey here. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. And then we have this part. Now I know on the picture it has like a little black inlay up this sort of portion. I'm not going to do that. I don't like it. I think it looks like it's 2 separate buildings like that. That splits off. That should be white actually. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, are you? You won't be able to see it. So this part, This one splits into white now, and we do need to sort of look into this one. So let's count up where the windows are going to go. So we're going to have one window there, one window there, one window there, one window there, one window there. I think I'm going to go one more window up with the grey. And then we're going to go into white. And it'll have windows obviously all up in the white area as well. And this goes up even taller. This is the top level of the skyscraper, apart from the red bit that goes sort of above it. Now, what sort of height are we at? Now, because of the plot size, I don't really want to go as tall as these. And I think it looks tall enough, don't you? It keeps with the whole idea of the tallest building in the middle, and they get smaller as they come out, like pyramid style. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think we're getting close to it looking like top heavy, so I think we want to sort of keep it about there. Okay, and I don't know what the top's going to be, so I'm just going to put yellow in for the moment, like a temporary yellow in there. And over here. Now, halfway between this point and... Hello. Why is that a 2 there? That should be over here. Let's put this in, otherwise it's going to throw me whole building off. I can leave that one there. That pole that we've just done will stay, but I should have just done it out here. That's it. It's in line with that one now. Okay, perfect. So let's go back down. Let's go up this side now. And we want to go up to the same height with the grey. Good. And then go up a little bit lower than the other side. We sort of want to go halfway between place 1 and place 2 to get like place 1.5. So about, I would say that was about halfway between that height and that height. And we'll bring yellow across. And then we'll bring white up like that. Excellent. And then let's go back down to this one down here. This one's black all the way up, or grey all the way up. And this is like the same height as place 2. It looks, to my eyes, exactly the same height. So we're going to do exactly the same height. We'll try to. We'll eyeball it. That looks about the same height to me. And then we'll go back down this side. So it's one of these, it's a different sort of style skyscraper to ones that we've built in the past, right? Ones that we've built in the past, a lot of them have been design one floor and then copy and paste it, and then copy and paste it, copy and paste it, copy and paste it, and you end up with like the same layer all the way up, and then it'll change a little bit. And same here, it's sort of the same all the way up, and then it changes at the top. This one's the same, and then it sort of changes a little bit. That one, they're all sort of that similar thing. With this one, yes, it'll be somewhat the same at the bottom, and then changes as it gets to the top. But we have a sort of block change halfway through. It's interesting. That's why I sort of really like the look of it. The only problem is it takes a little bit longer to build. So now we're basically into uncharted ground. If we put this last one in that we know here. So this one goes up along here. Now, skyscraper, this might look like it has a long way left before it's finished, right? It might look like we've done the bare minimum today. But what we've got to remember is this will actually build itself very, very quickly. Once we get all of these sort of, I don't know what you call them, support beams in. Once you get all of these in, it'll go very, very fast from there. So, if we go up with this one, we match this pole up with that one. Like, I'm expecting this skyscraper to be finished next episode. Maybe not the surrounding area, you know, around it with, like, a floor and car parks and stuff. But I'm sort of wanting the actual building itself to be done next episode. That would be a really nice goal to try and get. So, I'm just matching up this height with that one there. And then we're coming along here. I think that's the same height. And then we bring this one down there. And that lines up nicely with there. Okay, so now we've done what we can see on the image. These final little points, we're going to have to make up for ourselves, but there'll be an order that we can do it in, which is going to make it a lot easier. For example, we know that this one here has to be the same as the one opposite me. Otherwise, it'll be a very strange and weird roof. So we pull this up high enough. Must be nearly there. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put the yellow across the top. I don't really need one here, but it just gives us an idea of the overall structure of the skyscraper. This one here, this now is up to us where we want it to go. We definitely want it higher than the one to the right of it, than the pole to our right of us. And do we want it to go up to that level? Probably. I would probably put it at the same height as that. And I'll put a little yellow one there. Which means this one here is the same height as well. Fly. Click, 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 click. Click fast enough so we don't have to drop back down again. Still a long way to go. You click all the way up, you think, oh, I must be plenty high enough. Look how high we are, and you're nowhere near. Okay, brilliant. And then this one needs to be the same height as well, otherwise it would look very, very strange. I also don't know, I might have missed some of the white posts that we have to put in. Like when they divide from black into white halfway up. But we'll figure that out when we actually build. When we actually fill in the walls. I sort of may have a little bit forgotten about that. Okay. And now we've got that one in. We want this one and this one to be the same height as that one and that one. In fact, have we accidentally... I'm actually only... Am I one block out from that being absolutely perfect? I am. You know what I'm going to do to fix that? I'm going to put that there. Right? And then you'll see why. You'll see why. So we'll go up. Again, I'm sure there'll be white on this part of the building. I've just forgotten to put it in. Okay. Something like that. And then we get the yellow. And the yellow goes all the way from here. Like that. We bring up this, I think the last pole, the last corner. I hate it when I do that. Just place one random block as you're going up. Like that. Beautiful. Yellow down here. Okay, let's just finish off any parts that we need to just line up with, which is that one. And well, we can sort of make up, we know that this has got to go down here and here. And I think you guys can see where each so we can see that, like, that's the roof of that one, that's the roof of that one, whoops, that's the roof of the top one, that's the roof of that one, and that's the roof of that one. I think that's pretty awesome, right? I think that's pretty awesome. Now, the red part that goes up and over the building, now that side we sort of made up ourselves, so it might just be a straight shot that goes all the way up. But with this one, if we go, we'll try and follow the picture to get that sort of same look. So it goes up to the top, and then it goes a little bit higher, about to there, and then it goes up sort of diagonally all the way up to there. Now what if we went up perfectly diagonal? So if we went up like this, I think we're going to end up too high. Okay, I think you guys could see that as well. So let's go every 2 blocks. So we go 2, 2. That's better. You want it to, just like on the image, it just skims that corner. Like this. And then it goes up again. And then it sort of goes down. What I'm going to do is perfectly diagonally here. So if we start here, I'll start like there. And we want it to go perfect diagonally all the way up. And wherever they meet is the top of the red. Like that. Might even do that one as well. Okay, perfect. It's the same, obviously, on the other side, so they'll sort of match up. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, why not? We might as well get all of the skeleton done this episode. Next episode is going to be a good one. Watch out for that. Once we get this filled in, this is going to be really, really cool building. Okay. There. What do we call the skyscraper? Do we got to name it after the person who sent it in. We'll call it Sebstar Inc. Sebstar Incorporated. It's a business skyscraper. And what business should it be in? Computers? Sebstar Inc. sounds like a good computer manufacturer. Yeah, electronics, like Apple. You know, that sort of company. They make tablets, laptops, and computers and stuff like that. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, and then this one I think is going to be more of a smaller red. It's not going to be quite as what do you call it, like crazy as that one, how it follows the building all the way up. This one's just going to go up and fold over the top. It's going to fold over here, and it's going to go all the way up to the wall of that building there. Alright, I think, guys, that's all that we've got time for this episode. Now, it might look like we haven't got a lot done. In fact, it does look like we haven't got a lot done. But in reality, all of the planning is out the way now. You guys should know by now, 250 odd episodes, 247 now episodes in. You guys should know that the first episode of a build like this is always a big planning episode. Alright, if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. In the next episode, we shall continue on with Sebstar Inc. Bye!